Hey guys, it is Wednesday, November the 1st. We're up on top of Signal Mountain just outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we're gonna try to hike out to Edwards Point today and make some lunch. Let's go check it out. The fall colors are amazing right now, by the way. This is gonna be beautiful. So right out of the van, there's already some really good views. Like right here behind me, there's a pretty good overlook. Let's go check it out. Like I said, awesome views right out of the parking lot.
Very, very nice. A few times I've been to Asheville, that's what I'm
All right, let's go hike. We got like 6 miles round trip. So this was a little confusing to me. Luckily, I ran into a couple locals who know it, and they told me, when you're sitting here looking at this overlook behind me, from the parking lot looking at the overlook to the right, there's this trailhead. And it starts off steep and what looks like pretty rocky. Edwards Point, 2.9, right at 6 miles round trip. Let's get to it. The whole bridge system right there just feels super rickety. Looks like there's gonna be a lot of up and down. Plenty of steeps. Man. Trailer's gonna be up and down. And that tree is like polished, slick from everybody hugging it on the way up. This is a gnarly trail. Not for the faint of heart, for sure. Look at this. How freaking cool is that? This is epic. Let's set some cameras up and do some push-ups right down there. So I'll teach you guys something I learned a long time ago, and that is the more you vary up your daily routine, the more time will actually slow down for you. So if you look back over the last 10 years of your life and it feels like it just flew by and it was super fast, you're probably doing the same thing over and over and over. And if you can find a way to vary that routine up and make it to where you're doing something different as often as you can, time will actually slow down for you. And my theory behind this is this: when you do the same mundane thing every single day, your mind creates a file. Whenever you do the same thing again, it throws that new day in that same file, throws it in that same file, throws it in that same file. Well then, like for instance, if your job is sitting inside a cubicle and you're sitting pretty much in the same place every day, doing the same mundane job every day. Well, when you think of work, you think of one place. I grew up in construction, and every single job site was a new home. It was a new shower to build. It was a new layout. It was a different problem to solve. So for me, whenever I think back on work, I think on hundreds of experiences, not just one general experience. Kind of changed my view on life in general. So yes, I've seen the Tennessee River many times, but I've never seen it from this exact view. I've never done this exact hike. Yes, I've cooked this same meal that I'm gonna make today many times, but I have never hiked out in the woods just to cook a meal, which is the whole purpose of today. This is the first video on my channel you're seeing. For the past several months, I've been on a major weight loss kick, and I made it a goal to do 50 push-ups minimum every single day and not miss a day. I've been doing them for, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 months now. I've done well over my 50 for today. I think I'm at like 65 right now. So, and I'm sure I'll do more, because every time it's super scenic, I want to drop and do them for Instagram videos, and I don't want to drop and do just one or two, so I'll go ahead and drop and do like my usual 10 to 25. Well, puts me way over. It's not a bad thing though. Whew, a good little vertical climb right there. I love it. Nature is so good for the soul, especially whenever it's this scenic and this beautiful. All the leaves changing. Oh, I love it. This is the one time of year that I enjoy being in the South. The summers are a little too hot. The winters are actually brutally cold, and you don't really have a whole lot of outdoor activities. Like this trail that I'm walking on right now will probably be wet mud all winter, and you can see dry dust right now. This area, just the humidity gets into the ground and it doesn't get out. Everything just stays wet. I used to build dirt jumps in this area for bikes, and like all winter long it was so hard to keep them rideable unless they were like up on top of a hill and the top of a mound. A lot of mine were down in a valley, so it just made it where you couldn't ride them all winter long because the ground just stayed wet. I was talking about time going by fast, and what I'm trying to say is that last 4.5 years of my life feels more like 20. Like, people all the time that I'm reminiscing with, they're like, oh man, it seems like just yesterday we were in high school. It doesn't to me. It feels like high school was like 2 or 3 lifetimes ago, which I've not sat in a cubicle since high school. I've gotten outside and checked out a view like this, or rode a bike or a skateboard, or I don't know, just anything, snowboard, whatever I can do just to get myself outside. I see a tight crack right here. Let's look at it. Squeeze through this rock here. I can't really turn because of the pack. I'm gonna make it out over here. Yes, for those of you who didn't know, I am a big ass child. Pan for life. I do not want to ever grow up. I want to forever play and live life as a child in regard to play. This looks cool. Oh wow. This is looking really cool. Hang on, let me get right here. I'll show you guys. This is absolutely phenomenal. Look at this. So beautiful. Yeah, I needed this today. I'm glad I did this. I just want to address this while it's on my mind. I just walked up on a couple over there at that last overlook and said hello, short conversation, and I had a realization whenever I walked off. I don't think I have ever had a bad interaction with another human out in nature. everybody's happy. Everybody's got a smile on their face. Everybody says, hey, how are you doing today? It's beautiful out here, isn't it? I'm really racking my brain trying to think of a time that I was out. Like, that's one thing. It's one thing if you're out on some private property and you encounter a homeowner or something, that's different. But I mean, like, actually out on a hike, I don't think I've ever encountered a human and had a bad interaction with them, like at all. I'm not saying it won't happen, because it could, but all of my bad interactions with humans were always in a city setting or in an urban setting. Never out here. I don't know what it is about this, but we need this, because I definitely feel much better than I did this morning. So this morning I was sitting in a gym lifting real hard, and I didn't feel right. I looked out the window and I saw the sun. I'm sitting in this building working out. It just didn't make sense. I was like, screw working on that van today. I'm gonna go hike. I'm glad that I did. I can't think of a hike ever and I was like, man, I really wish I had not done that one. Because even the bad ones, they make for some good stories in some kind of way. The cool formations in that rock. You see them? I've always thought that was really interesting here. So, I mean, we're like, I don't know, probably at least 1,000 feet above Chattanooga. And all of this rock up here just shows some serious water erosion on it. And for the amount of water to be flowing across this that it shows, Chattanooga would almost have to be underwater. Really makes you wonder, like, how did this stuff get formed? Especially up here as high as it is up on the hill. So here's another good piece of advice. If you can't find anybody to do it with, don't wait on them. Go do it alone. Notice that I'm out here by myself. And I've had a smile on my face for this whole video. I've talked about how, oh man, that's a cool tree. Sorry, Space Cadet, this is actually a pretty sweet tree right here for this area. Edwards Point, 1.4 miles. Getting close. It's so wobbly. That's kind of crazy. All right, we got 1.3 miles. So we're gonna make some food. So let's get it. That's a pretty good climb out of that hole. I read somewhere a while back that the human mind has a built-in defense mechanism to make it give up and turn back at only 40%. So when you're on a hike or you're on a run, or quite honestly anything you're doing, when your mind is telling you you're done, you can't go any further, it's lying to you. You got another 60%. You can go just as far as you just went and then some. It just tells you you can't, so that you're always safe and always have enough energy to make it back. When you're exercising or you're doing something like this to try to better yourself, push further. I think I see a cave. We're going to explore it. I don't care if the trail goes to it or not. We're going to explore it, and I wish that I had a freaking light. Whew. It does feel good to get out of that for a minute. Leave it sitting here Make our way up this hill and look inside there, see if we can see anything. That shelf is really freaking cool and scary at the same time, because that's where all of this rock that I'm standing on came from. No cave, but super cool spot. Let's go look at it. Whoa. That's a big rock to be teetering like that. Oh, it's cracking right here, look. Again, I am just a freaking large kid. This is cool though. Let's look at this. Let's explore it some more. Let's get in it. Whew. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hope the camera can see this. That is some crazy, like, swirl formation here. Whoa, look at that. This is another one of those, the camera doesn't know justice, but that is some freaking cool pattern in that rock. All of the anthole look to it. Man, this is freaking epic. Look at that. Oh, the colors and the swirls. That is freaking awesome. And it's all just sandstone. See this? That's the reason why it's breaking. There's different layers that are really hard and different layers that aren't. Yeah, all that's just sandstone. That's so cool. I love that I get to just explore and adventure every freaking day. This is so awesome. Look at that. All right, that was cool. But we gotta keep going. Let's do this. This reminds me a lot of the Lost Wall. I mean, quite honestly, it should. They're all very similar. Around quite a few of these mountain ranges around here, at the top, there's a cliff band like this. And I mean, a lot of them. So we're on Signal Mountain right now. Lookout Mountain does it. Pigeon Mountain does it. What else? Crap. Rock City does this, which is, I think that's Lookout Mountain. Cloudland Canyon, all of that does. Savage Gulf area does. All has this cliff band in it. Very interesting. That's a cool part of it. I can see daylight up through that hole. I will admit, this trail is pretty strenuous. I mean, it's not like I'm dying, but I wouldn't send my mom down this. She's in pretty decent shape, but I don't know if her knees could handle. Like, this is a pretty good step down that rock, you know? But this one, Mom, just watch it. Don't come hike this one. This one's pretty rough. Get around this tree. There's like a natural bridge right here. Made it. The view is pretty awesome. It's pretty epic. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's awesome. Got some of that Japanese barbecue sauce?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that stuff is
It is fire.
Were you camping up here, or you just,
No, just hiked
hanging
out.
out?
Just hiked out and did this.
That's awesome, dude.
This is looking like it's just about finished. It's gonna be good. Look at this plate of food I just made. And where I just made it. I'm gonna eat. Oh man, that was good. That was really good. Now I need to pack up and get out of here because the sun's going down quick. And I've got 3 miles to hike out. So, dishes are clean, or clean as I can get them right now. I'll wash them once I get to the van. Let me pack my bag and get out of here. Oh, I sat there too long. All right, that was a good meal. I'm packed up. Let's get out of here because I've got 3 miles to hike out. Ugh. Left no trace. Ooh, my legs got stiff sitting there. I had to get them moving fast. I have a long way to go. I might have sat there too long. I gotta really get moving. It is 5:55 right now, and it was 1:20 whenever I started this adventure in. Granted, I got a solid like 40 plus minutes, maybe more, of stuff that I stopped for on the way out. Plus, I mean, I just cooked and ate. That's another 40 minutes, so it's a lot right there. But either way, I have got to huff it on the way out. Like I said, 5:56 right now, or 5:55 whenever I started talking to you guys. Let's see what time it is whenever I'm actually back at the van, and if it's daylight or dark. Got a feeling it's gonna be dark. Still think it's really wild how that shelf up here, right there, all of that just fell out. We got a rock pile right here. What caused that to fall out? Is there a pit up under this that the ground was giving way and that's what allowed this to fall the way that it did, and it didn't go in the hole, it sealed the hole and came this way? Or is it something totally different? I think it's very interesting that there's a large flat spot right here. A large flat spot, which to me, water's gonna come through here and it's not gonna easily run out like this without cutting a ditch. I think it's going down in somewhere right there. This thing is so wobbly. Signal point 1.4, which means I'm right at halfway right now. It's 6:33 now. What is that? 30 something minutes. Let's see what time the sun goes down. Ooh. Ooh. Sunset's in like 15 minutes. Crap. I might be walking out of here in the dark. Seriously. I've been huffing it. I'm back to this point, and right there is where I had dinner. 6:59, I'm still not out. So there's 1 hour. I got about another 20-ish minutes. I'll be out of here. And you can tell by where the sun's at and how it's already getting dark, I need to hurry. So enough talking to the camera, back to huffing it through the trails. Gotta turn the camera on for this. I touched this rock and it sounded weird. Listen. How cool is that? This staircase looks a little wilder from the bottom, doesn't it? That means I'm almost out. By the time I made it back to the van, it was 7:15. 1:20 to 7:15 today. That was a long freaking hike. Oh man. All right, I got some hot chocolate made. The van's running. We'll see you guys on the next video.